Hi, Year 3. So it's time for me to read you a little bit more from this magazine, National Geographic Kids. And today we're going to find out all about these amazing looking leopards. They're called snow leopards, and they live high up in the Himalayas. This article is called On the Trail of Ghost Cats. I wonder why they're called ghost cats. It says National Geographic reporters head to the freezing Himalayas to track hard-to-find snow leopards. Let's find out all about them. An old snow leopard sweeps his thick, spotted tail and looks over his frozen home high in the mountains of India. He lies on an icy ledge overlooking a deep canyon as we watch him through binoculars. 3 wild mountain goats called ibex appear on the rim of the canyon about 90 meters away from the cat. The snow leopard lifts his head, catches their scent in the air, and slowly begins to slink up the cliff. It's hard to follow him, even with the binoculars. The cat's white and grey fur with black spots blends in among the canyon's rocks, shadows, and patches of snow. Also, he's very well camouflaged. He seems to vanish and reappear like a ghost. He wants to get above the ibexes to chase them to the edge of the cliff, whispers Prasenjit Yadav, a National Geographic photographer and explorer who's been tracking and studying the beautiful cats for the last 2 years. After about 20 minutes, the cat has crept close to the ibex and is just about to leap, but then a sharp whistle breaks the silence, and the ibex suddenly sprint away. That's their warning call, Prasenjit says. One of them must have smelled the leopard. The big cat doesn't bother chasing them. Instead, he descends the mountain and disappears. You are very lucky, Prasenjit says. You saw a snow leopard on your very first day. Some people never see them. Why do you think some people never see them? That's a picture of 2 6-month-old cubs finding protection in the rocky cliffs. Hiding in plain sight. It's February 2020 and we've travelled to the ancient Himalayan village of Kibber in India's Spiti Valley in search of these mysterious animals nicknamed ghost cats because they're so difficult to find. The long journey we've made is definitely not suitable for people who are afraid of heights. The village is only accessible by a zigzagging narrow road carved into steep mountains. And because we're here in winter, when the snow leopards follow their prey into lower parts of the mountains, much of the road is covered in snow and ice. Over the next few weeks, we trek more than 50 kilometres descending into canyons, trudging up snowy passes and climbing onto icy cliffs as we try to photograph the cats and learn more about how they live. The exact number of snow leopards in the Spiti Valley is a mystery. In fact, counting them is practically impossible. Their range extends across 12 Central Asian nations in some of the harshest environments for humans. Freezing temperatures and the mountainous terrain prevent most scientists from studying these endangered cats up close. So not only are they well camouflaged and they're good at hiding, it's very, very dangerous for humans where they live, the rocky mountains that they live in, and with it being so cold. Digital footprints. Scientists have only been able to study a tiny amount of snow leopard habitat, says Charu Mishra, head of the Snow Leopard Trust. So we can't say for sure how many of these cats there are in the wild. He estimates that there are between 3,500 and 7,000 snow leopards on the planet. Researchers have been able to study some populations of the cats by tracking them with GPS collars. Over recent years, experts in Mongolia, a country in Asia, put satellite collars on 32 snow leopards and learnt a lot about the cats. Movement in the Tos Mountains of the Gobi Desert. They discovered that an adult male there needs roughly 207 kilometres squared of hunting territory. That's an area twice the size of Bristol. Bristol is a city, so a huge area they need for their hunting. But snow leopards live in different types of terrain, and the amount of territory they need depends on many factors, including the kind of prey available for them to hunt and the impacts humans might have on their lives. These big cats face lots of threats in some places. Poachers hunt them to sell their fur. In others, companies digging for minerals are destroying the land where they live, and many of the snow leopard's favourite prey animals are disappearing. Here in Kibba, the local people used to hate snow leopards because they would kill their goats, sheep and donkeys. But the Snow Leopard Trust and other conservation groups have helped the locals develop new ways to protect their livestock. Now, tourists pay money to visit Kibba and see snow leopards, and the locals help protect the cats. We need more of these success stories, Charu says. So that's a picture of an ibex. That's a prey for a snow leopard. Okay. Oh, look at this one down here. Snow leopards can't roar, so they mark territory to tell other animals they're around. They do this by rubbing scent glands from their cheeks on rocks, scratching or spraying urine just like domestic cats. My cat does that, rubs his chin on things. Wonder if he's rubbing his scent on things to show that's his territory. Oh, they're beautiful, aren't they? You can see how they're well camouflaged in those rocks. They blend in so well. Most big cats have yellowish eyes, but snow leopards have grey, blue or light green eyes. These wild cats can chase prey up to 64 miles per hour. That's nearly as fast as cars go on the motorway. Snow leopard mothers line their dens with fur to keep their cubs comfy. That's nice. Let's find out. There's a camera trap catches an old male snow leopard that's well known to locals. Caught on camera. In order to protect snow leopards, conservationists need to learn more about them, which is why Prasenjit has been in Kibba for 2 years, helping scientists track the big cat using camera traps. On our last day, we set off on a hike to check 3 of these camera traps. The waterproof cameras have been hidden in piles of rocks near where the cats like to hunt, and they go off with a flash when their motion sensors are triggered. Prasenjit is hoping to have captured a picture of a female and her 3 cubs. Getting 4 snow leopards in one picture would make me very happy, he says. After a long trek, we finally reach the rocky ledge where the cameras are hidden. This is like a snow leopard highway, Prasenjit says, explaining how the cats use the ledges to travel between the high pastures where their prey come to graze. Soon our guide, Namgyal, finds recent tracks, including a small one that might have been made by a cub. Prasenjit spots a fresh urine stain where a cat has marked its territory. Snow leopards have definitely wandered past the cameras recently, but when Prasenjit begins to check the cameras, our hopes are dashed. One of the trap's batteries had died, a common problem in the extreme cold. Another's flash has stopped working. The last camera has taken images, but only of a curious fox and a flock of birds. We are bitterly disappointed. The snow leopards love to torment me, Prasenjit jokes wryly, adding that a cub had once peed on his camera. But the good news is we know the snow leopards are here. And sure enough, after we return home, Prasenjit sends us a message. Namgyal had gone back to check the camera traps, and one of the memory cards contained video of the mother and her 3 cubs. It's brilliant news. A new generation of snow leopards will soon be stalking ibex in the Himalayas. There's an injured male snow leopard drinking from a stream. So here it says they're built for extremes. Extreme what, do you think? Could be extreme weather. It's very cold where they live. So how are they built for extremes? It says, check out how a snow leopard's body is perfectly adapted for its snowy, sub-zero mountain habitat. Its head. Snow leopards live high in the mountains where the air doesn't have as much oxygen. To help them breathe, large nostrils and skulls shaped like domes enable the cats to take in more oxygen with each breath. A coat. Underneath their long outer fur is a dense woolly underfur which traps air near the skin like a jumper under a coat. Snow leopards have been spotted at elevations up to 5,500 metres, so very high up mountains. A snow leopard's dark spots, called rosettes, plus its tan or grey coats help it blend in with the rocky habitat. Its tail is like a tightrope walker's pole. A snow leopard's tail helps with balance as it turns during leaps. The snow leopard has the longest tail, proportionately, of any big cat. It can wrap the tail around its body like a warm scarf. That was like that fox we looked at yesterday that did that. Its belly, it has thick belly fur to help keep its vital organs toasty, so like its heart and its lungs, keeps them nice and warm. Its hind legs, that means its back legs, it's got extra long back legs to help give them powerful jumps and acceleration to chase prey in steep, snowy mountains. Snow leopards can leap across 15-meter gorges and jump 1.8 meters into the air with no running start. Wow. Paws. It has large paws that act like snowshoes and help keep the cats from sinking into the snow. That was like that animal we looked at yesterday that had paws a bit like snowshoes. And that's what its paw prints look like in the snow. So that's how they'd be able to tell if the snow leopard had been there. Okay, I hope you found that interesting. I think they're really beautiful. I'd like to see a snow leopard. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that Year 3. Bye.